fascination of 50 Shades of Grey? What is it that makes this any different than any kind of porn that you read or porn that you watch on your computer? What makes 50 Shades of Grey so different for women? Hi everyone, it's KarenLee and welcome to the KarenLee Potter Show. Today's a hot and spicy one because I'm reviewing 50 Shades of Grey. Yes, that well-written, beautifully articulated. I just can't figure out why 50 Shades of Grey wasn't nominated for an Oscar. Before I get into that, what I'd like to talk about is a video that I put out a while ago called Why White Women Fantasize About Black Men.
Hi everyone, it's KarenLee Potter and welcome to today's Friday Rant. Today's topic comes from Renee. She said, why don't you discuss women's fascination or fantasies about making love to black men? And I thought, that's a good idea.
I did not intend for it to turn into this crazy race debate about blacks versus whites. Thousands and thousands of comments on that one video because I talked about why I thought white women fantasize about black men. I just want to talk to you a little bit about the word fantasy and what that means because I looked it up. Definition of fantasy: the faculty or activity of imagining things, especially things that are impossible or improbable. What I was trying to say was, if white women fantasize about black men, it most likely is it's because it's different from them. Since I'm white, I might fantasize about being with someone who is different. What I'd like to talk about is why there needs to be such hatred on the channel between whites and blacks on both sides. You guys were equally disgusting. And just this hatred and this nastiness and this horrible way of looking at each other because you have different colored skin. There's so much hatred in the world as it is. People around the world should unite against the group ISIS, who are trying to kill people just because they're people, not for any other reason other than they're human beings. Instead of fighting with each other, let's get together, spread the love, and forget about the hatred. That's all I'm saying about that. On to 50 Shades of Grey, which is another fantasy. So all these people that think that 50 Shades of Grey is a film that promotes violence against women are off of their gourd. They're taking this idea of fantasy to a different level. The movie is not about, let me see if I can get the world to beat up on women. And I am, as a cougar, I am firmly against any woman that allows herself to be beat up or abused in any way, shape, or form. I would never be with someone who was verbally or physically abusive. That's like my first rule of thumb for any of my sisters out there. Don't be with anybody that's abusive. But what is fantasy? Fantasy is all about doing something that turns you on. Nobody should judge other couples for what they do in the bedroom. Someone who likes to take out, and I brought this out just for demonstration, a flogger. This thing is like made of like ropes. It can't hurt you no matter how hard you hit with it. The idea of this, which I got from our gentleman at Simply Erotic Extras, this is supposed to be for fun. And that's what 50 Shades of Grey was about. It was fun. Was it boring? Yes. Were there parts that were exciting about when they showed the helicopter scene, or when they showed limos, or the fancy cars, or the office, or the home of Christian Grey? That was really cool. What was boring was the conversation and the lack of chemistry between the two characters. Dakota Johnson, Don Johnson, Melanie Griffith's daughter, her acting ability was not the greatest, no, sorry to say, but she was better than the guy, because the guy, I don't remember his name. I wanted to see someone like Matthew McConaughey or Channing Tatum. 50 Shades of Grey was basically soft porn. That was all it was. Because women generally don't watch as much porn as men. A lot of women don't read porn. This was sort of like legitimate porn because everyone's talking about it. I know someone who was in his 80s who said he went to see it just so he could talk about it with all his friends and be up on the current events. When I asked him if he gave it 2 thumbs up, he said, I wouldn't give it a half a penis up. Basically what I'm trying to say is, it's a conversation topic. It was light. It wasn't meant to be anything more than light, erotic, let's go home and make love type of movie. Come on guys, don't take life so seriously. It's a book, a poorly written one at that, and it's a movie. Let's face facts, it was fun. I'm listening to these ladies next to me. They're laughing and giggling, and it gets the conversation going. Like I talked about in my video when I read the book. It gets people talking about sex. What's wrong with that? Would you rather talk about sex or watch ISIS behead some more people? Line up, peeps. It's fun. If you like this show, comment below. Remember, spread the love, not the hate. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, KarenLee Potter, right here on YouTube. I have a brand new website, thekarenleepotershow.com. Check it out, sign up, put your email down so I can send you my weekly newsletters. It's got all kinds of thoughts and fun. I love you all. Mwah.